Guys, hello and welcome back to my channel, and today's video is going to be the Lake Newcrest Mall, and this is the a speed build on the third lot of Lake Newcrest. The last two speed builds I did were in the same neighborhood. It was the brick cabin and the spacious family home. If you guys would like to check those out, I'll leave a link to my speed build playlist in the description. And also, before I start narrating this video, I would like to say that in like 2.5 days, 50 people, or 49 people, I believe, downloaded the spacious family home that I posted like 3 days ago, which isn't a lot, but it's more than I usually get, and a few people have hearted it already. So if you downloaded that, then thanks. But yeah, so now I'm going to be decorating the first store in the mall. This is like a technology computer store. There's also tablets and speakers. And as with my, usually what I do the exterior of the building off camera, and then I just furnish it in my speed builds because it takes me a really long time to just do the exterior, and it would make the video way too long, and it would just be a lot of me moving around the floor plan or deciding to do something else. I already started on the next lot, which is across from this one. It is the biggest lot in this part of Newcrest, and it's going to be a townhome development with 6 different apartments or townhouses in it, and that took me almost 4 hours just to do the outside and to put all the floors and walls and do the layouts. But that's a lot more than it usually takes because I had to do 7 layouts pretty much, and in most builds, even though they're bigger, I only have to do 1. But yeah, now I just finished doing the TV store, and this big open area is going to be where the food court is. I just used the food booths from City Living. I changed this area a few times before I make it final, but yeah, I think this is a pretty good solution to having a food court instead of building actual restaurants, because you could fit in a lot more different types of food. Now I'm going to be doing the gardening store, or the plant store, which I don't know why I wanted to put it, but from the outside I put those huge windows and it was green from the outside, so it looked kind of like a greenhouse, and I put the grass flooring. I'm like, oh, I can do a plant store, kind of like how at the Home Depot there's a plant section off to the side. And I was thinking you could just come and buy some shrubs or some plants or some cacti. Yeah, I probably should put some more potted plants, but that's okay. I think that's a really cool and just kind of odd shop. Now I'm going to be doing the men's clothing store, and the one across from it is the women's clothing store. And I did also do the parking lot off camera. As you can see to the right side, there's that big thing that looks kind of like AstroTurf. Underneath that is the parking lot. I just used a staircase that goes down, and I sized up the toy cars to make it look like actual cars, just make it look kind of more realistic. And yeah, that took me a long time to figure out, especially with the stairs coming up. I tried to put it at the same place as the stairs going to the second floor of the mall, which you just kind of saw right there as I moved the camera. You kind of saw them there too when I moved the camera. But yeah, I tried to make those all line up. And here's the women's clothing store. This one, it's not only clothing, I also put some candles and perfume, and I think there's a nail polish thing too. And the thing with the Get to Work expansion pack, if you have it, all of this stuff is for sale. This can function as an actual mall if you have the Get Together expansion pack. I did put in more than enough cash registers if you want to build this, or put your own store down here. or demolish one of the stores and put a store there, this will work for sure as an actual retail lot. Yeah, now the men's clothing store is a bit more boring. I just put a bunch of shirts and I put some coat racks. And I put some mannequins in both shops, like looking out at the window at the front. And that side is supposed to be, or well, it's not supposed to be, it is the front of the lot. But the side that I kind of started on, or that I started this video on, which is right now to the right, like the right side of this lot, I intended to be the front of the mall, but that's not the way the lot was facing. So if you download it, I mean, it'll still work if you put it in a different direction, but just know that the front side on the gallery is not the side that I intended to be the front. Here is the outdoor, like, eating pavilion, I guess, for the food court, where you can buy your food and eat outside. There's some benches and stuff, and I end up putting some palm trees, and it looks kind of nice. Some picnic tables and just some places to sit. And then I put those rooms that are just windows on all sides with pillars on the inside. I just thought that would be a nice decoration, and one of the pillar things goes all the way to the second floor. And here is the wall of paintings, it was kind of annoying trying to make this work, especially with the wall in the front. Like, the paintings were constantly trying to be put on that front wall, as you can kind of see, but it ended up working fine. I tried to size up one of those couches, but it looked really weird, so I ended up not going for that. But I just put a seating area over here in this section next to the entrance to the pavilion, like the eating place, just because I feel like most malls have a lot of places to just sit. So I try to put a few of just sitting spaces here, put some more in front of the gardening store. Now we're going upstairs, and this is the furniture store. It's almost like an IKEA. There's even a cafe next to it, kind of like how you can buy food at IKEA. But there is something interesting about the stairs as you come up. I actually put it's not one staircase, it's two, and I put a wall in between them, and with the move objects cheat, I put windows all along there to kind of separate it from one staircase is going up, the other one's going down. So that, you can't really see it, but if you go into tab mode, it looks quite cool. This is the bedding portion of the furniture store, or the bedroom portion. Now this is the office portion, and that little piece with the carpet, as the rest of the furniture store has wood floors, it's like an advertisement thing with all of the mirrors, and it's above the main entrance to the mall. So that's where most of the living room stuff is, and I put a door, and you can actually go inside of it. It's not just like closed off. And here I'm doing the kitchen section, and I actually mess up those cabinets because they're two different styles, so I have to go and change that, which I'm going to do right now. Yeah, and the actual living room portion is kind of small because of that advertisement thing, which is all of the living room stuff. So yeah, and here's another just like model kitchen, or like example kitchen for the store. Now, I believe also in this space is the dining room stuff, which I'm doing now. Yeah, I put 3 different dining room sets in the store. So yeah, and I'm not sure if you can buy the cabinets. I haven't ever tried to do that, but everything else, like if you wanted to actually use this as a furniture store, you could buy all the furniture and stuff. And this is the very small living room section. I just did 1 set. And I added some windows off camera because it didn't have any. And also in this tiny room is some of the kids stuff. I didn't put a lot because there's a children's store already in the mall. But I just put 2 beds and some toys. So, yes. And I use the 9 key to make them slightly higher so the toys look like they're sitting on the bed. Now I'm doing paintings, and there is a painting store, a painting and clock store in this mall, but I decided to just put some more paintings in the furniture store. And also, there is no tour section in this video because the mall is way too big for me to do a tour section. It would make the video way too long. I will do a separate video of just a tour of the mall. But yeah, this video is like 17 minutes as it is, and having a tour usually adds like an extra 10-ish minutes, but that's with like a house, because I do pretty in-depth tours of this instead of just doing screenshots like what a lot of Sims YouTubers do. And doing a full-on tour of this mall would just make this video way too long. It would be like another 20 minutes of just a tour. So yeah, I thought of instead of just putting the screenshots, I do a separate video of like an in-depth tour of this mall. Yes, now I'm doing the like cafe area, which I wanted to make connected to the furniture store, but I ended up making it separate, and it's just on that same kind of hallway that's off from the main section, and it has its own balcony as well as another balcony that looks to the other side of the mall with just some, it doesn't have any tables like the first balcony does, but it just has some chairs. And this is the bathroom. Yeah. So the bathrooms are just very plain, I guess. I didn't add a lot of stuff because it's just a bathroom, like, I don't know, mall bathrooms. Some can be really nice, but I feel like I didn't really need to do a lot because it's just a bathroom, like a public bathroom. So yeah, now I'm doing another seating space, and I put a flower type thing, a bunch of potted plants kind of in the middle, in this like square design, as you can see, and I do the same thing on the other side of this like hallway space with some more places to sit, which I'm doing right now. And that looks onto the second balcony, as you can kind of see. Yeah, there is that same design that I did. And I'm putting some tapestries and some art in this main hallway, which I guess could be like belonging to the art store because there's not a lot of space on the walls. So if you wanted to do an art store, you could also sell those paintings. Like, they're decorations, but they're provided by the art store to the mall to like get publicity. And it's not just an art store, there's also a bunch of clocks. Yes. And then on the other walls, besides that one, those two walls, on the other two walls, I put a lot of paintings. And I probably could have crammed in more paintings, but I mean, it's fine, the amount of paintings that there are now. Now I move on to the like bath store. There's like candles and stuff, and robes, and I'm not sure if you could put robes on mannequins, but if you could, I guess that's what you would put on those mannequins. And I put a bunch of like bathrobes hanging from that wall, as you can see I'm doing right now, in a bunch of different color options, and put more like towels and like hangers and racks. And over here I put those like toiletry things, I don't know what they're called, some baskets, and then on the counter where you buy things I put some lotions and candles, I believe. I put a tea thing too, which I don't know why there would be tea, but it just looked kind of cool. And over here I have just some more bathroom stuff, like the hair dryers and stuff like that. And this is the last store. This is the children's clothing and toy store. I believe there's a maximum of 8 mannequins per lot, and I only put... No, there's a maximum of 10 mannequins per lot, and I only put 8. So if you wanted to add more without deleting the others from the other stores, you could definitely do that. There's space for more mannequins. Yes, and on those 2 tables I put like toys and stuff, like that toy bin, and I put some books, some more clothes, and I put a lot more toys like underneath the other table. I put some stuffed animals there too. Yep. Okay, I'm not sure how much longer this video is. Oh, I still have to do the landscaping, of course. Which it wasn't a lot. I just put some landscaping kind of around the base of the building, and at the back I put some palm trees and bushes next to the like eating area. And just I put some lavender along this wall, and on the other side at the very edge of the property I put some square like bushes to kind of show where the property ends, which I believe I'm doing now, those square bushes, as you can see. And then I'm not done with the landscaping at the other side, the side that we just finished on. I'm going to put some more bushes and stuff. I was going to put more, but then I realized it would be blocking the mannequins. Like, I was going to put those palm trees, but then I just decided to put a smaller bush to not block the windows for the mannequins. And the video is almost done, so if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more content like this and more speed builds. The next speed build I will be doing is a townhouse and apartment complex. Have a great rest of your day, everyone.